video is about distribution network. This is the application which Scadea is proposing. In one word, if I have to explain, DisNet is a software that helps manage distribution networks efficiently by providing one-step solution for distribution management. It helps manufacturer manage their network of distributors and outlets having different locations. Before we go into detail, let us first try to understand what is a problem statement that we are trying to achieve. One of our main challenges in the manufacturing industry is to ensure the quality and reliability of products that reach the customers. Often, companies design and build their products and then outsource the mass production to original equipment manufacturer. OEMs then sell the products to vendors who are responsible for distributing them to customers. However, this process can create a gap between the product developers and the end users, especially if the customers have multiple machines that require frequent service and maintenance. In such cases, it is important to have clear communication and feedback mechanism among all the parties involved, as well as a robust service network that can address the customer's need promptly and effectively. With this background, let us try to understand the main entities involved in the workflow. The very first is a company or the designer of a product. The manufacturer of any product is a person or a company that produces goods or services from raw materials and components. The role and responsibilities of manufacturer may vary depending on the type and scale of the production process. Then the second entity is OEM. We call them as original equipment manufacturer. It is a term used to describe a company that produces and sells products or components that are used in another company's final product. For example, an OEM may supply the engine for a car manufacturer or a motherboard for a computer maker. The third main entity involved here is vendor. A vendor is a person or a company that provides goods or services to another party, usually in exchange for payment. A vendor can also be called as supplier, a contractor, or service provider. The role and responsibilities of vendor vary depending on the type and scope of a contract or agreement they have with their clients. With this background, let us move forward and let us continue with the actual screen shots here. The very first screen that you are going to see is Super Admin screen. We at Scadea have built an application which is capable enough to host multiple systems for our multiple clients. This is a screen that our super admin would be maintaining or would get a chance to look into. We can manage multiple customers. We can have a huge glance, a bird's eye view, how much payment is received, how much payment is pending, how many active subscribers we have, how many plans we have published, or how many total companies we have. At the same time, if you follow the screen design, we have kept a synchronicity in our screen design. This is another screen, the plan detail screen. A subscription to a plan is an agreement between a user and a service, according to which the service organization agrees to provide the user with a set of services under the terms of a plan, and the subscriber receives the right to use the services and undertakes to pay for the services. So this are mainly describing the payment terms and agreements. At the same time, you can see the application is smart enough to follow the unique and synchronous look and feel across all the forms. Here is another form for company details. When the super admin opens any company, he can very clearly have the details of company, also the payment history, and if any plan is active and subscribed. Let us move forward with the company admin screen. If we have to discuss in detail the functionality that our system is providing to company admins. So these are like this. Company admins or the product designer, if we can call them, they would primarily have below functionality. Product designers can manage a list of details of machines, equipments, or spare parts at one place. They can manage list of OEMs and can keep track of conversation with them. They can also assign which users from OEM organizations are going to interact with the application. On landing page, they will get to see current status and count of database records. Let us move forward to the next screen. You can see the input screen of a machine design is having the basic input criteria or input attributes for a given machine. The OEM details is also having all the primary requirement or all the primary attributes that need to be kept tracked of for any OEM party. Let us move forward with OEM screen. Before we go there, we must need to understand the functionality that our system is providing to OEM users. Here is a landing page of OEM screen, and the functionalities are like this. OEM can manage list of vendors and can keep track of all the related information of a vendor. OEM can also define how many users from vendor organization are going to interact with the system. Every time a batch production takes place at OEM facility, they can make an entry of the same in the system. OEM can save all related information of the batch production. OEM can also keep track of its inventory, how many items are available and how many are being sold. OEM users will also get multiple PO, that is purchase order, from their vendors, where they can have option either to reject or convert it to invoice. On landing page, OEM users will get to see database status and all relevant counters like count of vendors, total batch executed or pending PO. Landing page also contains vendor-wise invoice report. Let us move forward. You see here is the list of PO and their corresponding status. We also see the vendor name, the total amount and the status. Any transaction can either be at the PO stage or invoice stage. OEM will get a facility to maintain them at one place. Let us move forward with a admin screen for the vendor. So let us discuss the facility that our system is providing to vendor users. Vendors can manage the list of customers. Each customer may have one or more machines with them. Vendor can keep track of those machines as well. To keep each machine functioning, they need to be serviced. Vendors will have contract for every machine to provide service periodically. System is capable enough to store and manage contracts with customers with respect to each machine. Each contract in turn will have service visits where engineer from vendor visits machine, check if any item or spare part needs to be replaced or not. If yes, they mention the same in field service report as well. System can keep track of field service report and its detail. Each vendor may need to keep its own inventory so that they can provide satisfactory service to their clients. System will keep track of inventory as well for the vendors. If needed, vendors can raise PO to their respective OEM. On landing page, vendors will get to see number of customers, contracts, pending field services, or pending payments of contract amount. Vendors will get to see customer-wise pending service and pending payment summary as well. Here is a typical screen where vendor can raise an invoice. The invoice here, as we call as a purchase order. Once it has been approved or accepted by OEM, it gets translated into invoice. Each purchase order may contain one or more product or a spare part. The screen that you see here is the detailed screen of how the item and its description, along with quantity and all the calculation of financial details, is available on a screen. At the same time, you can also have the help window to search the spare part or production from the huge list of bucket. That is all about distribution network application from Scadea. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.